Okay, we're looking at this pack I picked up yesterday at the Entertainer. It's the Qui-Gon Jinn Darth Maul 2-pack, Force Link 2.0. And I've already filmed this video, but it's not coming up on my tablet, so I'm going to film with my phone. Which means that the resolution's not going to be quite as good. But you get Qui-Gon Jinn, you get this Sith droid there, and you get Darth Maul, plus a pair of binoculars. Got this at the Entertainer for £6. It's not a bad little set. And we'll have a good look at the figures and the accessories and all that sort of stuff. So it's quite a good set. So you might have two reviews of this because I don't know what's happened with the tablet. It's just been awkward so and so. So we're going to look at this now. So we'll look at the box first and then the figures. Okay. Here's a good look at the box. So it's Darth Maul Qui-Gon Jinn 2-pack, Force Link 2.0 in the solo colouring package, yellow. Some good artwork on the box. Hasbro Disney. You get the Sith droids, you get Darth Maul, you get Qui-Gon there. Shows you how to use the Force Link. Quite nice. Shows you the actual Force Link and the figure you get. So £6 at the Entertainer. I've also seen this at TK Maxx in the UK for about slightly more, about £7, £8. So for £6 I thought I'd snap it up. Pretty nice set. So I think we'll look at the Qui-Gon first. Quite nicely sculpted figure. Comes with a green lightsaber. Has rotating wrists. So you can rotate. You can only hold it on this hand though. This hand is sort of posed in a sort of force push sort of style. Got a bad face sculpt. Nice sculpting on the costume. Quite a cool looking figure. Not much head movement though because of the hair. It just stops you moving the head up and down really, but it can rotate left and right a bit. Bit stiff though. Arms go fully around. You can rotate with both wrists, which is quite a nice feature. Legs can kick that far forward. Bit stiff, but yeah, that far forward. And then they go that far back. Yeah, so not bad movement there. Quite a nice figure. Boots are dark brown colour, trousers are lighter brown, and the tunic is a sort of cream colour. Pretty cool figure. So you can rotate both hands. It's pointing like that. Rotate this hand a bit so you can move the lightsaber down. Pretty cool figure. It's Qui-Gon Jinn. Nice looking figure. It's a good look at the lightsaber hilt. It's a green blade with some silver and black highlights on it. Not bad. Here's an earlier figure. This is Qui-Gon Jinn from 2011. It's the Force Movie Heroes version with the light up lightsaber. So if you press this button here, the lightsaber lights up, which is a pretty cool feature. And compare the two head sculpts. Obviously this figure's a lot slimmer, tall, and looks taller. The body's more in proportion. Whereas the Movie Heroes figure is more, it's got thinner legs. The legs look out of proportion to the body. But I guess that's to accommodate all the batteries inside the figure, so it can light up the blade. Also, if you notice the face, this one's a lot fairer in complexion. This one's a lot more tanned looking. I think this one looks more like the actor. Pretty cool. So Qui-Gon from 2011 and 20 whenever this figure set came out. Look good together. Nice to compare the two. I mean, you mainly get that movie heroes figure because of the light up feature. So cool. It's a nice feature. They did the Darth Vader like this and Obi-Wan. I think they did a Luke maybe. But that's a nice feature. You activate that by pressing this button there, the belt buckle, and the blade lights up. This one's got a bit of articulation in the elbow, just swivels a little bit, and the wrist, this wrist rotates as well. So it's Qui-Gon, Qui-Gon. Now we look at Darth Maul. He comes with a removable cloak. He's got a silver bracelet that activates the Sith droid, and this lightsaber can be split in the middle. You can get into two-handed pose because he's got some slight articulation in the elbows, not proper joints, but some movement there, so you can get him into that sort of pose. Both thumbs are pointing inwards. Got great face sculpt, this figure. Here's the Sith droid you get, quite a nice figure, sort of dark grey colour. Quite good fun to pretend you're in control of a Sith droid. Pretty cool accessory, and then you get a little pair of binoculars, which unfortunately Darth Maul cannot bring to his face, so you can't get him in there sort of like posing as he's like looking at with these. You can only get him to hold it in his hand away from his face. But you can get him into this sort of pose and it's pretty cool like that. So this cloak is removable, so we'll take the cloak off now and so you can see the figure. But first thing I want to do is show you this original episode 1 Darth Maul from 1999. Quite a good figure this. You can compare the two. They look pretty similar. Obviously this one's a bit slimmer. Probably got sharper sculpting as well. Both have got good paint on their faces. Pretty cool. So this is what you got getting now, and this is what you got back in the day. And the classic episode 1 card with the Comtech. Back of the card. Episode 1, 1999. So Darth Maul then, Darth Maul now. Pretty similar. Probably the best Darth Maul ever is the 2012, I think it's 2012 or 2011 vintage collection version. That's a good figure. This one looks pretty good. Here's Darth Maul with the cloak removed. You can see he's got an excellent head sculpt. Got nice horns in the back of his head. Great face paint. The rest of the costume is black. It's got that silver. This is removable. This Sith droid controller. So his articulation. I mean, there's the lightsaber, so it can be split apart. So his articulation in the elbows is sort of like a slight swivel like that, which allows you to get the blade in the two-handed pose. Pretty cool. So heads on a ball joint, moves up and down, left and right. Looks pretty cool. Nice sculpting in the costume, the layers of rubber, so his legs can kick forward this far and then they go back to the straight position. They don't really go further back, nope. Nice sculpting though in the costume. So you've got two ways of posing this figure. You can have him with the cloak on or with the cloak off. Looks pretty nifty though. And there's the accessories. There's a good look at the cloak. So it's just soft rubber. It's got some sculpting at the top to simulate the horns poking through underneath. It's a pretty nice feature. And this can be taken off quite easily. Yep, not bad. It's a pretty good figure. So here's Darth Maul holding in the lightsaber double posed without the, double-handed without the cloak on. Best thing is to put the blade apart, one in this side and one on that side, join them in the middle when he's, so you get in a nice pose like this. So you can display him double wielding the blade like that. It's pretty cool. Quite a nice looking figure. Head sculpt's pretty good. It looks like the actor a bit. Nice looking figure. And then you get your Sith droid, which is a great little figure here. Accessory. Very nice. Great, that comes on a little display stand. Very nice. And then there's the little binoculars, which you can hold, but you can't bring to his face. So not a bad figure overall. This is sort of pose you can get Darth Maul in when holding the binoculars. You cannot bring it to his face. That's due to limits of articulation, but it's still a, it's not a bad accessory. Figure looks pretty cool. It's nice. There's a lot of sculpting detail in this figure. Not bad. So that's Darth Maul. Very nice figure. Comes with all these accessories. Pretty cool. So you get the cloak, this thing, the binoculars and the blade. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. Not a bad little set really. I think out of the two figures, Darth Maul is going to be the one that people would want to get out of the two. You can see some nice texturing in the material of the jacket, all the outer robes. It's like a tiny little dots on the costume. See that on the underarms, there's a sort of smooth bit there and there to allow good movement. Pretty cool. So overall, this is quite a good little figure pack. You get Qui-Gon Jinn there. He looks pretty cool. You get little binoculars for Darth Maul. This figure's pretty nicely sculpted. Even though he lacks in articulation a bit, he's still quite, displayable. Unfortunately, I haven't got the Force Link 2.0, so we can't hear the noises they make. Darth Maul's pretty rad. It's pretty cool. The Sith droid's nice. So if you go to the Entertainer, you might be able to find this pack for £6, or you might go to TK Maxx and find the same set. Quite a nice set. Okay, so you get these two figures plus this. Not bad little set. Get quite some nice accessories, better than getting a rocket launcher. So yeah, not a bad little set. So you get two okay figures plus some okay accessories. It's not a bad little set, this 2-pack. Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn. So if you're a fan of episode 1 or a fan of Darth Maul especially, then this is a set you might want to pick up if you can find it cheap in the UK for like £6. It works out £3 a figure. Then I don't think you're going to be too upset or anything like that. Look really nice. So yeah, not bad. So we've been looking at the Darth Maul Qui-Gon Jinn 2-pack. It's not a bad little set. Here's the box again. Disney, Star Wars, Hasbro. Pretty cool. You get the Darth Maul, this, Qui-Gon. Not a bad little set really. Okay, so something you might want to pick up. Yeah, it's quite a nice little 2-pack. Alright, cheers, goodbye.